Friends, let's get answers to 50 most valuable questions of life. The questions which are very relevant to life and living, and the answers most important in improving the quality of our lives.
What is Vedanta?
Vedanta is the wisdom given out by the great masters, the rishis or yogis, the philosophers and those great thinkers. Their findings has been highlighted as Vedanta. Vedanta is a Sanskrit word derived from two Sanskrit words, Veda and Anta. Veda means knowledge, Anta means end. Vedanta simply means the end of knowledge or the culmination of human potential.
What is mind?
Mind is the source of your feelings and emotions. It's the birthplace of impulses. It is the place of your likes and dislikes.
Importance of intellect?
Intellect, friends, is the most important equipment in you. It provides the potential to make right choices. It helps you in developing clarity in thinking. It brings peace and prosperity. It helps you to deal with the world gracefully.
Could you explain the role of mind and intellect?
The Mind and Intellect Institution is designed to help one and all to live their life to their full potential so that they can experience peace and prosperity in all stages of life, in all roles of their life.
Can you define ego?
Ego, the word ego, ego, is defined as exaggerated glorification of oneself. It's the need and necessity to prove that you are better than others.
What does ego do to you?
Ego, friends, number one, it makes you a perpetual beggar of the world. It destroys relationships. It diminishes your peace and prosperity.
What is memory?
Memory is the storehouse of life's experiences. Whatever your experiences are in life, good, bad, or ugly, it is stored in your memory.
What is life?
When an individual contacts the world, there's an experience. And the flow of experiences constitute your life. As your experiences, so is your life.
So, what do we take at the time of death?
Friends, the only thing you take at the time of death is either the wisdom you have gained or the ignorance you have accumulated. Nothing else you take.
Desires. Could you define it, please?
Desires can be defined as a flow of thoughts from you to an object or a being to fill an void, an emptiness within you. And all these great masters highlighted that the emptiness you go through, the void you experience, the vacuum you think of is absolutely imaginary.
Then, what are the modifications of desires?
The modifications are anger, fear, jealousy, delusion, envy, greed, and many more.
What happens when you fulfill a desire?
When you fulfill a desire, what we actually do is we upgrade the desire. In the garb of fulfilling a desire, we upgrade a desire. So most people, most part of their life are in the process of fulfilling a desire, they upgrade the desire. They entertain a desire, they seem to go through the desire, fulfilling it, but they upgrade a desire. This is the life of most people. They are stuck in this loop.
What is anger?
Anger is an interruption to your desire. When things don't go in the way you want it to go, when you're stuck with something you don't want, that frustration, that disappointment, that agitation will manifest as anger. It is an indication that you are not dealing with your mind properly.
Why fear?
when you are incapable of facing a person or an experience or the loss of something which you are not able to process, will manifest as fear. That which you avoid in life creates fear in you, and that which creates fear in you starts controlling you. So watch out, friends. Face what you fear.
How do we handle jealousy?
When others have what you don't have, and you have a craving to possess that object, that person, or a position, what you experience is jealousy.
How do we cope with insecurity?
The thought how I'll be looked after, how to deal with life's important aspects in case it's taken away from me, will make you insecure. Insecurity is a result of being overtly dependent on the external factors, on objects and beings which are way beyond your control.
What's depression?
Very important, friends. When you go through a negative experience and you mentally replay that experience multiple times without resolving that experience, what you will go through is depression. In simple terms, when the mind is very powerful and the intellect is weak, you will experience depression.
Can we rise above depression?
Absolutely. Yes, you can rise above depression. Understand, friends, yesterday's choices were made with yesterday's maturity. Today, you can make a refined, progressive choice. And with every progressive choice consistently executed, you will transcend depression. Friends, you can rise over depression.
How to deal with mood swings?
When you want your life to go in a particular way all the time, you will be a victim of your moods. Understand, the world we live in is not designed for one particular person. Therefore, mood swings is not the way to deal with your life.
When we are not in a position to focus,
see, if you are not able to focus, understand, your mind is very active. Where does the mind go? Why you are not able to focus? Either the mind goes into the worries of the past, or it is perched in the anxieties of the future, or it is dangling in the excitement in the present. Therefore, you are never ever able to focus in life. Understand, you need a very strong intellect to focus.
how important is sleep?
Very important, friends, very important. It refreshes you, it energizes you. Everyone needs this essential quality of rest. At least 6 to 7 hours is suggested as a restful sleep. You need that, and those who don't have it are those who lack enthusiasm and energy.
Why do we have dreams?
Understand, the unfulfilled thoughts in the waking state, or the incomplete thought cycles you experience in the waking state, will manifest as dream. And if you ask me, dream is nature's gift to fulfill those incomplete thought cycles. Nature's blessing to us to go through the incomplete thoughts. As a result, you're able to process it in the dream.
What's the best time to wake up?
Early part of the day is the best time to start the day, to wake up. These masters highlighted Brahma Muhurtam, which is 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. So I would suggest if you can wake up at 4:30 is the best. Otherwise, 1 hour, whatever time you're waking up, try and prepone by 1 hour. And ideally at least by 6 a.m. you should be waking up.
What is the relevance of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas?
Sattva is the pure thoughts. transcendent emotions. Rajas is the passionate thoughts, frenzied thoughts. Tamas is the indulgent thoughts. The quality of your thoughts and emotions determine the quality of your life. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas is one of the most beautiful findings of these masters. So they say, promote Sattva, control Rajas and reduce your Tamas. In simple terms, just keep promoting Sattva. The more sattvic thoughts, the more peaceful your life will be.
Could you define true happiness?
True happiness, friends, is like poison in the beginning, but nectar in the end.
What is false happiness?
False happiness is nectar in the beginning and poison in the end. Therefore, friends, if all that which was like poison in the beginning is also poison in the end, and that which is like nectar in the beginning is also nectar in the end, you don't need scriptures, you don't need masters, you don't need this wisdom. Nature has devised life in such a way. Anything which is like poison in the beginning, unpleasant in the beginning, becomes nectar in the end. And anything which is nectar in the beginning becomes poison in the end. And that's the design of everyone's life.
What is the easiest way to be happy?
Find an avenue to be grateful. Find an opportunity to be kind. Find an action to serve. You will be happy.
What is gratitude?
My favorite. Gratitude is a result of an acute awareness of all that you've been receiving from the time you're born till the time you're there in this world. First aspect of it. The second aspect is that awareness of your incapable or incapacity to repay that benevolence. Therefore, gratitude has two parts. An acute awareness of all that you've been receiving and your inability to repay that benevolence. To these two factors put together makes you a very grateful person.
Why people are not grateful?
There are quite a few unfortunate people who are not grateful. Number one reason, selfishness. Number two, they are a victim of a powerful desire. Helpless victim of their powerful desire. Number three, they believe in the views and opinion of others. So three factors: selfishness, a victim of a strong desire, and believing in the views and opinion of others makes them ungrateful.
How to deal with ingratitude?
Friends, have a proper assessment, understanding of the nature of the people and do it periodically, regularly. It is not a judgment, but a proper understanding of the qualities, of the nature of the people you are dealing with. As a result, you are prepared to deal with people. There are no surprises in life. Therefore, you are not upset when people are ungrateful to you. And another aspect I would say, always express your gratitude, but don't expect gratitude.
Could you explain contentment?
Contentment, we should all experience a necessity quality in life. Contentment deals with your past, present, and future. When there is gratitude to the past, when there is acceptance in the present, and an aspiration for the future, all three aspects in synchronicity, in tandem, past, present, and future, gratitude to the past, acceptance in the present, aspiration for the future. When you experience these three factors together, the effect is contentment.
What could be the impediments to contentment?
Either one of it. If you lack gratitude in processing the past experiences, or there is non-acceptance in the present, or there's a lack of aspiration for the future, the result is you you feel not content in your life. Sometimes either one or two or all three factors, you are not processing it properly. There is a lack of gratitude, there is non acceptance in the present, and there is no aspiration. It will make you experience life without contentment. Watch out.
What work we should take up?
The choice of work which you should take up should be in alignment, in synchronicity with your inner nature, what we call as swadharma. Swa means one's own, dharma is nature. Each one has a distinct aspect with relation to work, and you should put in efforts, understand, identify it, work on it, and excel in it. Then you'll find success.
Why work has become so tough now?
Most people are following a herd mentality in regard to choosing their line of work. And number two, the money decides your choice of work. As a result, work has become monotonous, routine, and mechanical. It lacks inspiration and motivation. And that's the present situation of most people. Not able to enjoy, not able to be as productive as they can.
Could you define stress?
Stress is nothing but the mental agitations arising out of your unfulfilled desires. When the situation you're faced with is far greater than the potential you have, you experience stress. So watch out.
Can you or we live without stress?
Yes, very much. We are designed to live our life without stress. Stress is nothing but, or stress can be dealt with when you are able to deal with your desires. When your desire management is proper, then you're able to deal with stress. So we say desire management is nothing but self-management. And when you are able to manage yourself well, you will understand that stress is nothing but internal, and you can live a life with perfect control over your stress. In a way, you can use your stress to make your life more meaningful.
What is attachment?
Attachment is an unintelligent, uninterrupted, continuous flow of thoughts from you to an object or a person.
Then, can you explain the perils of attachment?
The perils of attachment, yes. If you are attached to any object or a person, you can't enjoy that experience with that source. Eventually that source will be taken away from you, and attachment makes the entire experience of life unpleasant, riddled with sorrow and anxiety.
What is love?
Love is a feeling of oneness. The other appears as an extension of you. There is no difference. You and the other person appears one and the same. That is love.
Is there a simple equation to love?
Attachment minus selfishness equals love, and love plus selfishness equals attachment. Therefore, the moment you diminish this quality of selfishness, what remains is love.
What is your suggestion on parenting?
Two important suggestions. One, from a very early stage in a child's life, instill this quality of unselfishness, the potential to share care with others. Second is, you should lead the way. As parents, you should lead the way, not just show the way. They learn much more by what they see than what they hear. Therefore, two aspects. Instill this quality of unselfishness, and the second, very important, you have to set the example. You got to lead the way, not just show the way.
Can you define law of karma?
Law of karma is an extension of law of destiny. Law of destiny says you are a product of the past. Law of karma states that you are not just the product of the past, but the producer of the future. And as a result, it gives the reins of your life in your hands. With the right choices you make, you can create a beautiful future. So friends, understand the play of law of karma and deal with life in a glorious way.
How to bounce back?
You can bounce back, or we are designed to bounce back. We're not designed to be stagnant. Understand, each one of us is in this cycle of a choice for which you experience a consequence and the next better choice. Understand, friends, for every choice you make, you have to face the consequence. You have a choice with reference to the choices, but you don't have a choice with reference to the consequence of the choices. We are in the cycle: choice, consequence, next choice. You can bounce back at any stage in life, provided the next better choice. Whatever the consequences you are facing for a choice you made, you still have the next better choice. And choice, consequence, next better choice. If you're in the cycle of making choices in a progressive way, you're bound to bounce back. You can bounce back strong.
Why is there loneliness?
It's the next biggest epidemic you're going to experience. People could be living in big cities, having many friends and relatives, could be meeting them also regularly. Still, the thought is, nobody understands me in the way I want to be understood. Nobody accepts me in the way I want to be accepted. The result is you will experience loneliness.
What is objectivity?
Objectivity is mind over matter. Your intellect, your clarity in thinking, and your purity of emotions is able to be present for you, and you are able to make better choices using this aspect. So, at times, the choices are influenced by intellect or a confluence of your mind and intellect, and you can be objective when you use this way.
Can you define aloneness?
Aloneness is a state of self-sufficiency. When you are able to derive happiness from within, you are able to feel a sense of contentment with yourself. As a result, you don't need an external source to fill an emptiness within you. So that is alone, that you feel complete with yourself. You could be with people or by yourself. There's a certain sense of inner contentment, and that will manifest as aloneness.
What is the definition of yoga?
Yoga is derived from the Sanskrit root yuj, which means to join, to unite. So all efforts, all your actions to unite with your nature is called yoga in Sanskrit.
What's meditation and who can meditate?
Right. Meditation is the art of focusing your mind to a single thought to the exclusion of all other thoughts. Then you are meditating. And if you ask me, everyone can meditate. As I mentioned, meditation is the art of focusing your mind to a single thought to the exclusion of all other thoughts. Just that thought alone is there. Everyone can meditate, provided you're disciplined your mind and intellect. You are able to deal with your desires well, and the cravings are under control. And as a result, you can meditate. And the meditation is a gateway to self-realization. And as a result, everyone should try and meditate, but discipline your mind first. Then you become meditative.
Could you explain open-eyed meditation?
My favorite part of meditation is that open-eyed meditation. When you experience a sense of wonderment in the world, it could be you observe a butterfly or peel a banana. And there's wonderment in the world. You see a peacock opening its feathers and dancing. There's wonderment in the world, or in whatever you experience, there is a certain sense of joy. And another way is there is smile and laughter in your daily life. So, smile, genuine smile and laughter in your life, a sense of wonderment in in whatever you see and experience will make you experience what I call as open-eyed meditation.
What could be the relevance of the ancient wisdom in modern times?
This ancient wisdom is the most essential aspect in dealing with the challenges of our life. This ancient wisdom of these great masters, what we call as Vedanta, provides a technique of living and helps you to make proper, matured, refined choices. As a result, you are able to have peace and prosperity in life. Therefore, friends, this ancient wisdom gives you the instructions to life, is a guidelines to live life. So adhere to it. Let us become spiritually aligned in a way. As a result, there is peace, there is joy and prosperity. Wishing you well.